means different things to different people. I mean, if you just lost your husband and you got a couple of children, you got some money coming in off of his work. If you're old age, you got a portion of your benefit. It never was meant to replace all of your earnings. It replaces a part. Now, the basic principle and fundamental is you go back to Aesop's fables, the ant and the grasshopper fable. And the principle of that fable is from the ant to the grasshopper, the ant says, you benefit by putting your wants off to a later date. And you save money, and it's just a transfer of funds. So that's pretty much the basic. Now, Social Security, when it was passed, the objective was to improve among the populace independent equity and social adequacy. So the benefit replaces in part earnings that are lost or reduced completely because of retirement in old age, death of the worker, disability of the worker, and for parents, aged dependent parents. Now here in your zip code, 36274. I remember the zip code. Over 6,000 people get a check every month, direct deposit. Because that was one of the activities I was heavily involved in developing a direct deposit approach. Now I get mad because everybody wants me to send my money to the bank and go online and all that. And I'm not as literate as I ought to be with computers. And Mary Kay's left me. She didn't.
Maddie.
Maddie Kay.
She's listening.
I knew you were over there. I just want to call attention to it. Excuse me, I'm just joking, to tell you the truth. But if you're a low-income worker, you get about a 60% replacement rate on your earnings. So in the zip code I told you, which includes some people in Chambers County, some in Clay County, and some in Randolph County, over 6,000 people get a direct deposit each month to their bank account, and that averages about $15,000 a year per individual. So in many cases, now I didn't run yours that closely because we used to do it by counties. And now they do it by zip code because Treasury can pull it off very easily that way, amount of money and how many people get benefits. In Alabama, there are about 1.6 million people getting the benefit every month. And I would imagine, estimate the average is about probably close to $1,800 to $2,000 a month. And at that rate on the year, you get that's about $25,000 a year. So a lot of money coming in. It means jobs. And it means help for people. Not enough. My mother-in-law said it's half enough. I said, well, I'm glad it's half. Glad it's half enough. So that's kind of the basis for Social Security. And as I said earlier, we're in about fair shape for the next few years, but we got to look forward. Now this year, if you're a maximum earner, you pay the tax rate on $147,000 Social Security, and that's old age, survivors, and disability insurance. Then for your Medicare, you pay total of 2.9% on your earnings, whatever they are. So that one thing alone, if they raise each year the amount of money, wages you pay, the tax rate on is based on how much wages go up in the economy. So wages are not going up very fast in this economy. But the single thing, if you raise the top amount you pay tax on to say $250,000 a year or $300,000, that pretty much takes care of the solvency problem out in the future, based on the best economic and demographic assumptions. Now, the birth rate plays an important part, and our birth rate has dropped off again in this country. And you have to have a replacement rate of about, on a ratio of 2.2 to replace your population. Now, we're getting a lot of immigrants coming into the country, but most of those are taking low-paid jobs. Now, as I mentioned to you, one of my charges was refugee resettlement, and I think we need to handle the refugee problem. The people are just like some of our forebears. They came here to better themselves. And at that point, Wilson, I'm going to ask if you got any kind. Wilson